this is Grace and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing this foundation, the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Do not confuse it with L'Oreal Stay Fresh Foundation. So this is the one that I got from Nykaa, and I showed it in my Nykaa haul. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below or in the eye, so please don't forget to check it out. And I was waiting for this foundation for such a long time. So they launched this in India, I think around May or June, but they did not have my shade. So I was waiting for this one, my shade, which is 250 Radiant Sand. They launched it in July, and that was the first thing that I got from Nykaa. So in India, you get this foundation for 1200 rupees, and there are 12 shades, but sadly only one of them is suitable enough for deeper shade. In USA, they launched 30 shade and they have good 5, I think around 7 to 8 darker, deeper colors. So I wish they would have launched that over here. But nonetheless, if you're ever worried about buying a foundation online, there's this website called as foundation.com, in which you have to put in your foundation shades from different brands, and based on those recommendation, based on those choices, they recommend a foundation shade for you. So they recommended this one, and this does suit me quite well. I feel that it is a tad bit light, but whenever I do full face of makeup, like contouring and highlighting and everything, it does look quite well. So yeah, I'm happy. Personally, I would prefer if you actually go to the L'Oreal counter and get yourself shade match around your jawline, and then wait for 5 to 10 minutes to see if this oxidizes. That way you are sure that you will get your perfect shade all the time. So in which ways, I am NC 37, and in winters I go as light as 35 and in summers as dark as 40, but this 250 Radiant Sand suits me quite well. Next, coming to the packaging, as you can see, this is a glass bottle and it has this pump to dispense the product. The pump is quite good and the bottle itself is very sturdy and travel friendly. The best thing is this cap locks really well, so you can actually travel with this, but this is a glass bottle, so you have to be careful. What I like about this is that it has all the information on the bottle itself, like the ingredient list and all the information is over here, and the shade is on the cap. So I'm really liking the packaging. It is very sleek and compact and feels very luxurious. So there's that. Now this foundation claims to be fresh for 24 hours, that it has medium to full coverage, and that it is not going to oxidize on you. It says it has new oxygen technology, which basically means it is not going to oxidize on your face. So let's see how the claims work for me. So first thing first, the formula of the foundation is extremely liquidy. Like when I put it on my hand, it literally flowed down, and it has fragrance. It has a typical L'Oreal fragrance. If you have ever used any of the L'Oreal foundation, they all smell pretty much the same. So it has that typical L'Oreal smell, which is there for I think around a minute or so, and then it vanishes. So that is good. Point number two, it blends amazingly well. I've tried it with the brush and with the sponge both. With both, it blended extremely easily. Personally, I prefer a brush because I think it gave me a better coverage. With sponge, it gave me a lighter, sheerer coverage. But if you're someone who prefers to use a sponge as opposed to a brush, it is still going to give you a really great flawless finish. So there's that. As per me, it has a medium coverage, so it did cover my scars quite well, but not like 100%. Some of my acne scarrings were still visible, but you can definitely layer it. It layers beautifully. It does not look cakey or patchy, and once you layer it, you can take it to almost full coverage. I won't say 100% full coverage, but almost there. The best thing about this is it is very lightweight, so even after layering it, it does not feel cakey. Also, this makes your skin look very skin-like, and it has a very breathable formula. So once you apply it on your face, it works quite, it does not exaggerate any of your dry patches or your lines. It sits quite well on your pores, and it does not show your texturized skin. It gives a quite flawless and smooth finish, which I have to tell you, looks beautiful. Not notice any sort of oxidization, that's always a plus. Plus, this is a non-comedogenic foundation. So I have a acne prone. So I have combination acne prone skin, and this did not break me out. So I wore it continuously for 3 days, and it did not break me out. So that's like the best. The finish of it is dewy matte. So it is not completely matte. It gives some sort of dewiness to your skin, which I am a big fan of. Also, for my combination skin, I really did not have to powder my entire face. I just powdered under my eyes after I applied the concealer. That was a good thing. The concealer did, blend very well on top of the foundation. It did not just stay on top of foundation. It blended very well and it looked very nice. So this is definitely sweat proof and transfer proof. So the first time when I applied it, I was actually cooking. So I applied it and I went for cooking, and I was literally sweating and everything, and I had to blot my face a lot of time using tissues, but it did not transfer at all. So that's great. Second time when I was doing a wear test, I actually went out, like in the monsoons. I had gone out with my friends and I did get a little wet, like some like splashes of water on my face, and it still stayed put. So even after, so I wore it I think close to 10 hours, and then 10 hours I actually cooked, went out, and even at the end of the 10th hour it looked pretty damn good. In fact, my husband Deepak, he actually asked me, what are you wearing? Your foundation does not look very makeupy, if that makes sense. It looks very skin like and natural. So there's a plus. It from a guy who really does not understand a lot about makeup, but even he thought it looked really really great. Also, I did a flash test with this one and it did not give me any flashback. So it is quite, so this is a great foundation to use if there's going to be any kind of a flash photography, or if you're going for any function at night time. This is going to actually look beautiful on you. Also, one more thing, I went through the ingredient list. There are no parabens listed, so I think it is paraben free, which is always a great thing. So that's my review for this foundation. I hope you found it informative and it helped you make a informed decision. Also, if you like this video, then please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you're new over here or if you have not yet subscribed, then please do subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye, take care, thank you so much for being here. Mwah.